Good morning, friends. Thank you. Thank you for all of your love and support over the last few weeks. I got so overwhelmed and anxious when it came to social media that I just stepped back altogether. And the whole reason we started was to be an encouragement and to share our journey and to document our journey for us to look back on when we are older, and our kids are only going to be young once, and we are only going to be starting this homestead once. And I want to remember that. So this video is for me to be able to look at the little things and look at how much they are going to grow over this year and the next few years. So I figured I would start off with our grow room. Our grow room has turned into the chaos room of just the dumping ground, and this needs to be Cassidy's nursery. I think my lack of sleep is not helping the whole situation, and so we need to get her in here and get her to sleep in here, but that means a full nursery remodel from this. But right now it is still our grow room. I have planted a whole bunch of peppers. So these are all mild peppers, and then we've got hot peppers over here. I planted so many because I just wanted to make sure we had a good couple of healthy ones, and then I will share the abundance. And same with tomatoes. We have a whole bunch, mostly heirlooms. I felt like they were so tiny for so long. They have bloomed, so I'm feeling a little bit better about our seed starting capabilities. Not feeling so confident about the chaos of this soon-to-be nursery. So I want to show you guys the chaos construction that has been going on, all of our new family members in the ways of chickens that have been going on, and some of our dreams for what other things might be coming on the homestead this year. But I want to show you guys our garden. I was a little bit embarrassed to show our garden because I felt like it was stunted and nothing was really growing, and I am still learning. But I want these memories of maybe my garden's going to fail this year, or maybe we're only going to harvest a certain amount of things, but I'll be able to look back and see how much growth that has happened maybe over this year, maybe over the next couple of years. But I've found so much healing and life in the garden, even just going through the motions, whether or not we get a harvest. But I needed to get a little bit prepared for the hot months that are coming up, and so I went and bought a whole bunch of clothes, and I literally typed in linen into my favorite online consignment shop, ThreadUp. Thank you guys for sponsoring today's video. If you guys have been around here anytime over the last 4 years, you have heard me talk about ThreadUp. We only share with you guys things that we love, and we have loved ThreadUp for so many years. I love shopping and getting a deal. If I don't get a deal, I actually personally don't love shopping. I like getting a good deal. I like repurposing things. And so ThreadUp has always been right up my alley. And so I'm gonna show you a couple of my new gardening outfits that I got. So I literally typed into the search linen and my size and just went to town finding all the different items. So this one is a Tommy Bahama shirt, and this would estimate retail $71, and I got it for $15.99. And then the American Eagle shorts, stretchy, a little bit longer, they would estimate retail of $50. I got them for $22.99. And then I got this Gap one. This would estimate retail of $50. I got it for $9.99. And then this one is a Harper, and it would estimate retail of $45. I got it for $13.99. And then this one is a Tempo Paris jumpsuit, and it would estimate retail of $36. I got it for $19.99, and I just threw the Tommy Bahama underneath. I'll probably roll up the sleeves a little bit, but this is so loose and linen. Pockets, I can throw my seeds, my clippers, shovel, throw on an apron over top, but I feel like I'm ready for the garden. Come on. This is fun doing some creative filming and shots. Like, I could cry. It feels really good. Over the last few weeks, I kept trying to pull out the camera and I just wasn't feeling myself. I usually am so happy and excited to be doing the things that I love, and I didn't feel that way. I could cry. I'm so That was like so silly. It's so silly to like film a hat coming off a rack and walking out the door, but that was fun. Okay, moving on. Now I am dressed in my keep me from getting burned outfit for gardening. Let's get out to the garden and I'm gonna show you a couple of crazy amount of plants before we get down there. Oh, anyways. Oh, I could cry. I'm like walking back to the camera to pick it up, to move it to the next spot. Guys, oh, thank you. Thank you for being patient with me. And next video, I'm gonna share with you guys what helped me kind of feel better. Don't mind the mess never makes me feel better, but getting down to these plants will make me feel better. Okay, but I am not done sharing with you how awesome ThredUp is. They are giving you guys an exclusive extra 30% off of your order. You guys know it's already extremely discounted, up to 90% off. And then if you add the extra 30% on top of that, you are just gonna get steals. So to use my code Alex, go down to the link in the description below and go check out ThredUp. You will love them. I love them, and I am very thankful that they kind of jump-started me into filming this video for you guys and giving you guys an update. So right here, I have 70 strawberry plants. Nope, 75. Okay, so they definitely need some watering, but I found these on Facebook Marketplace. She was trying to clear out space. She had so many extra. These came from her runners and she planted them. And so I have a whole bunch of June-bearing strawberries, and I do have 5 ever-bearing strawberries that I got from our Amish greenhouse. I would love a whole harvest of ever-bearing. These were still extremely discounted from a lot of places I have found. These were $2.25 for each of these strawberry plants, but I got these for a little under $1.50, and when you're trying to make a massive strawberry patch, we'll just harvest really quickly next year when they are in full bloom, and we'll freeze a lot of them. That's our plan anyways, is to get a massive amount of strawberries, freeze them, and have enough frozen strawberries for the year. Hopefully 70 plants will be enough. I have 2 big tomato plants that I just got from Costco because I got excited when I saw them. It is a Better Boy. And then I have a dill to go into our herb garden, and I'm gonna go transplant this cauliflower. So we've done quite a bit of work. I feel like since the last time you guys came out here, we have our next set of garden getting prepped. So we put a black tarp down that we found on the property, weighted it down, and it is killing off the grass and the weeds, and eventually we will make them into beds. But all of these are super soil that we buy from a local place. Honestly, adding soil for a no-till garden is the most expensive part. Oh, they're home. Oh, he's checking on the chickens. Hopefully they had a good time running errands. So what we have right here is a no-till garden, and I would encourage you guys to go watch Kiss the Ground. It is a fabulous documentary on Netflix. We've watched Back to Eden Gardening. There's a documentary on Back to Eden Gardening. It's not the most awesome documentary, but the information is really rich. So that one's a really good one too. So we tilled the ground last year because we were in a rush to get things in the ground, and that was kind of our only and best option. And going forward, we really wanted to stick with a no-till gardening method. So what we do is we put stuff on top. So in the soil, there are microbes, and it is a living ecosystem. And we don't think of it that way. We think of it as dirt, and you turn it up with a till. That's what they've been doing for hundreds of years. But what we've been doing for hundreds of years may be more detrimental than we think. So we are really into a no-till gardening method. So what we're gonna do every year is we're just adding. So we have wood chips that we will be using as we're chipping stuff. We're gonna be composting a whole ton. So pretty much in the future, we won't have to buy this super soil and spending a lot of money. We will just be making compost and adding an inch or two of compost on top of our beds every year. But for now, these are the beds that we've made, and I am very proud. I think we bit off a lot trying to make as big of a garden as we possibly could, but that's what Philip and I thrive on. We like having a lot on our plate and going for it. But you did notice over this last month, I did get a little overwhelmed with everything that we put on our plate. And so sometimes maybe taking a breath and doing a few things really well does have its benefits too. So let me show you the garden. We have our old garden that is really close to the construction that we are going to be tending to. We put up a temporary fence, and this is nice and loose. So if the chickens try to jump up on it, they don't feel stable and they will jump off. So that's actually, this part's actually done on purpose. And then here you can see kind of the process. We put cardboard down, and then we will either put wood chips or straw for a walkway, and then wherever we want the beds, we will be putting our soil. And then I don't know if you can tell the difference. So this is super soil, and then on top we actually have like a mulched leaves and sticks that we just kind of threw together. All this organic matter or compost or straw or wood chips, anything that you can use to put on top actually holds in moisture. So it's really good for your plants. Philip keeps asking me, Alex, why don't you get rid of these solo cups? So these are all extra plants that are kind of holding on tight. And if I get some more bed space built and made over there or somewhere, I could possibly transplant these. I just don't have any more space. But these ones that have been transplanted are doing okay. So I've got a big, huge bed of lettuce, and they are starting to come up a lot nicer. Hi, baby. How was your errands? Good?
We didn't go to Walmart.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go?
We went to the park.
You went to the park?
Yeah.
How fun?
Surprise us.
How fun is that?
How you doing, farmer?
I'm trying to show off the farming. The lettuce is coming. It feels like it's slow growing, but it's definitely bigger than when I planted it. So I don't know, I guess we'll just wait and see if this is gonna be a good harvest or not. Before we put up the temporary fence, did you guys see on Instagram that the chickens were eating my plants? So they ate all these leaves down, and I thought that a lot of these plants were totally kaput. But look at the new growth, the full leaves. It's coming back. So so you're saying there's a chance, is pretty much what all of the brassicas are saying. They might come up. We will just wait and see. They might not have enough time to bear a good broccoli or cauliflower head, but I'm glad that we practiced. We can plant them again in the fall, and I've been really enjoying having a big garden right now to tend to. And then right here we have our onions. It's getting warmer, so we'll see how big of an onion head that we get. And same with our garlic. We've got our seeded garlic, the garlic that I planted from Costco. These are like huge. I'm not sure if we're getting a big garlic head underneath or not, but again, awesome practice. We just mulched on top, and these ones we did straight into the ground. We didn't even put any super soil or anything like that. We just went straight into our clay soil, and hopefully the garlic will push through that clay and start aerating our soil. All right, over here, it's gonna be hard to see. Oh, look at that little guy. We've got a tiny little carrot. See another one. I heard that carrots are hard to grow. I germinated them underneath a board. So I actually put a board over top of them while they were germinating, and then once I saw sprouts, I took the boards off. You can see that there's these little baby sprouts that we're gonna at least have a handful of carrots, and I'm very thankful for that. And then over here, we should be getting some beets all down this middle area. Oh my gosh, wait, I see a bunch. You can tell when I accidentally dropped two. Okay, can anyone find a sprout first? Who can find a sprout first? See how much moisture that holds in? I found one. Can you guys see one? Right there. There's a little sprout. but I'm seeing the other seeds. They're not exactly sprouted totally yet. That is a massive spider in there, and I have a heebie-jeebies about bugs. So trying to garden is going to be a steep learning curve. Oh, look. Oh, there's another one. Now here's the question is, do I take off the board now in the evening and give those little sprouts a little chance? Because I don't want to take the board off in the heat of the day and scorch out all these. I think maybe I'll give them one more 24 hours.
Are they sprouting?
Yeah.
Show me. Oh, is that one right there?
Yep.
No way.
Yep, that's one right there.
Is that one right there?
That is a weed.
That's a weed?
That is
What's that
definitely
guy?
a weed. That is
What's that guy?
Those are beets.
Those are beets?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I have a question. That spider is not even fun. That's not fun. That's probably my least favorite part of gardening. That is don't kill him, actually. These are usually beneficial bugs for a garden. Okay. So you just leave them be.
Let them crawl on.
Ah! Not funny. That wasn't funny. That was actually really not funny. Oh my gosh.
That scared Mama.
That did scare me.
Oh no, we don't know where he is.
Not funny. Not funny.
Okay. So what were you gonna ask me?
I was gonna ask you, how timid have you been? No, sorry baby. Don't take a dandelion in the garden. Can you take that out and don't blow? Oh my gosh. She doesn't know.
Callie, come here.
But if you blow all those
So
dandelions.
don't blow the dandelions near Mommy's garden.
Like as far away from the garden as possible. Get out of the garden and run far, far away.
Those are seeds, and they're gonna make 1 billion dandelions.
That is seeds.
Which are yellow flowers for about 6 seconds.
This is a section I didn't put a board over as an experiment to see if I planted the same carrots here and same carrots here, which ones would germinate. And it's interesting. I'm seeing sprouts underneath where the board was. And as of right now, I don't see any sprouts here. Okay, last garden update. Otherwise, this video is going to be a million eons long. I planted an entire row of peas. Peas. And most all of them are coming up. Now, hopefully, because I don't think we're going to actually have another frost. Our last frost date isn't yet, but the forecast doesn't show any cold weather. So hopefully the peas will still come up and the weather won't be too hot to get a harvest from them. So what do we have? Garlic, onions, brassicas, lettuce, carrots, beets, and peas. That's our garden for right now. Okay, our build out is such a detailed update on what's going on. I'll just give you a little brief right here. We got windows put in. This originally was going to be a sunroom, but it was going to cost a lot and not add square footage. So we made it a 4-season room to be able to add square footage to the house. So therefore we have all these windows to make it at least feel like a breezy sunroom. We can open up all the windows. And then while we walk over here, there's going to be a separate entrance where hopefully we will put Philip's office. I don't think you guys have seen much of this build out at all. We plumbed a bathroom down here. It's not part of our budget to have the builder finish a bathroom for us, but we plumbed it because concrete was going down. And Philip and I eventually will be finishing off the bathroom ourselves. Philip is extremely handy and I can pick things out. That's our combo. He's really good at doing things and I can tell him what things that I like that we'll make this a bathroom. And can you see this space? Stairs will come down here. This center area will be Philip's office. Back there is going to be our root cellar and storage. So we'll be able to come in from down here, from the garden, wash off anything, and then put it into the root cellar and storm shelter. Sorry, that's the other big reason. That is a root cellar for storage, but it is a storm shelter for tornado season. I will give a more detail on the build out if you guys want it, and especially once it's done, we will definitely give a full tour. There's so much on the homestead that I want to share with you guys, but I don't want this video to be a million years long. Okay, let's do at least something that is completed before we go on to dreaming. Not totally completed. Okay, so Philip took the rocks that we had on our patio that we tore down to do the add-on, and Philip repurposed all of it to make a fire pit. So the hole and the cement fireplace ring was already here. So we didn't necessarily pick this spot, it was already in ground, but we weren't gonna move it. And then Philip took same thing. This was on the patio, and then there are some toppers from the patio, but Philip's gonna have to cut them and be able to finish off the top. For now, there's so many weeds and nothing's perfect, but you know what? This is where we're at right now with our homestead, and it is baby steps. It is going to take years. The projects are never going to end, but I wanna be proud of the accomplishment that we have done. Just because it's not perfectly finished doesn't mean that I'm not showing you guys. Sometimes I get caught up in a little bit too much of I will show when it's finished, but on a homestead, it's never finished. Okay, so back here, this is from looking back, this whole area, Philip is going to be clearing and using our wood chipper to kind of clean up this brush and eventually clean up this brush. Now we are super into like a permaculture, say that correctly, Alex.
I'm stirring up my soup.
You stirring up your soup, does it taste good? So we are very into the permaculture movement of a homestead where you kind of make everything work together. So we are talking about getting pigs, and we would use our same mobile...
I love pigs.
You love pigs? We would use our same mobile fencing, and we would be able to have them be able to work the land naturally. And then the other pipe dream is, how do we get dairy onto the property? So it's between possibly, again, we are literally the beginning stages of talking about this. This might not be for years. But then again, Philip might show up with 20 chickens, so you never know what's gonna happen. We have talked about dairy goats and a mini dairy cow. So there are cows that aren't full grown and are a little bit smaller. Not sure how we would get our hands on a miniature dairy cow, but anyways, that's an idea. It's just so crazy. This backyard is looking so different. All right, let's check on our chickens. These are our full-grown chickens. So we use a mobile chicken coop that we created, and it gets dragged with an ATV now. Through a friend of a friend, we found an ATV for an extremely good deal. And so we were kind of killing our lawnmower moving our chicken coop. So we needed something. We would love a side-by-side, but those are so expensive. And so we decided to get the ATV, and maybe in a few years we'll sell that and then upgrade. But we are all about doing it kind of slowly and as affordably as possible. Starting a homestead is a lot. So as we go, we are trying to find more and more affordable ways so we can share how other people can possibly make this a reality if this is your dream. But if it's not your dream, you can at least enjoy how cute that chicken coop is. It's adorable. I would love to put shutters on this summer and kind of clean it up, but for now, our chickens are happy. But this is our mobile electric fence. We have a solar panel. This is from Premier One. It just stakes into the ground and then we move it to a new spot. So we have our grown-up adult chickens. I'm going to pass by our soon-to-be berry section. So up from the garden. So we started this straw bale garden, and I didn't tend to the strawberry roots from Walmart. They were really dinky and small anyways, and I'm pretty sure they were pretty dried up. So those are pretty dried up, but we now have all those strawberry plants, and I need to make sure that we tend to those very well.
Mommy, do I
But
catch those chickens?
do you have to catch those chickens? They'll go back in. We're gonna show them the teenage chickens in just a minute. Down our future floral arch right here, we have two rows. We had a strawberry row, and then we were going to have a blueberry row, but it ended up being blueberry and blackberry. I'm not liking the unevenness of it, So I switched and bought all those strawberry plants, and we're gonna have 2 rows of strawberries. And we are going to move our blueberry and blackberry bushes before the roots get too established in that spot. So eventually this will be our fruit section, but for now it is a work in progress. But what's not? Now we have our mobile chicken coop over there that is holding our meat birds. And over here we moved our brooder.
I got one. I put in.
You got one in there? Very good. These are our teenagers. They are 7 weeks old, and we now have green and blue egg layers. So we have some Americanas, we have some Starlight green eggers, and then we got a couple more Buff Orpingtons. If you guys are new to chickens,
Buff Orpington's the best.
a Buff Orpington
If
is
you have
like...
young kids.
And young kids. A Buff Orpington is like the golden retriever of chickens, and it is very true. We have Buff Orpingtons already. We have 4 of them, and they are so sweet and kind, and those are our favorites. So Philip said we needed to get more. Are we gonna sell them, or are we gonna just keep that many chickens?
We'll see. We might, to recoup some costs for sure.
We might sell some of our big chickens, or we might just keep a whole ton and start selling eggs.
We
Not
would
sure.
have 35 chickens when these grow up if we don't lose any more. How funny is it that they just free range? Every day they go farther and farther, and then they're like, am I gonna get caught? Am I gonna get caught?
Chickies!
First it was 1 that did it.
They
And
just
then there was
run
like
back.
2 or 3, and then it was, yesterday it was like 6. Now it's like 10 of them are outside just doing their thing. They are upset, they love it.
Look at you guys go!
I think they're doing a race.
How cute are they?
They're doing a race.
Who's going to get back to the brooder? Where's Cassidy?
She's sleeping.
She's sleeping. Do you have the baby monitor on?
I don't have a baby monitor.
I'll turn it on. Oh, I still have so much to show you guys. So in our half circle over here, we have our fruit trees. Now we might have to move them. I learned a lot about black walnut trees over the last couple of months, and we have some. And we have some pear and apple trees over there that do not do well with black walnut. The plums and peaches should be fine, but we might need to relocate the apples and the pears before it's too late. And back into where it all started when I showed you guys my little seedlings. We are just bottom watering. So we have water in there with some Bootstrap Farmer trays. I did invest in seed starting equipment this year, but that's because I knew I wanted to be doing this long term. All right, baby monitor out the window. And then we can go outside. So many things to plant this summer. So now that these have true leaves on them, I will be up potting these to a 2.5 inch pot. I'm literally walking out the room, hearing the baby monitor of Cassidy waking up. Oh, hi! Did Daddy leave you here? Was it fun running errands with Daddy? You want to see the teenage chickies? Say hi, chickies. I love that they're foraging already. First time around having chickens, we are super tentative, and so therefore our teenagers are foraging a lot sooner than our first round of chickens.
She gonna get you.
I want to do it to her.
Well, we just finished dinner outside, and it is so hard to be in a funk when you look at your life and look how amazing it is and don't understand why you were in that funk. So I just want to thank you guys so much for your love and support as I went through kind of a little roller coaster this last month, and I'm so thankful I am feeling better. The next video we post, I will share all the things that I kind of did to help get out of the funk. But thank you again to ThredUp for sponsoring today's video. It meant so much to us, and we have loved working with you over many, many years. And so you guys, if you guys don't want to miss out on an extra 30% off, you can use my code ALEX. Go down to the link in the description below to check out ThredUp. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys soon. Go let your love multiply.